Hey, friends, this one was a fun one for me because I often see the down and dirty, dark stuff all the time, right? And so with this case, I'm working with a young adult daughter, and her father reached out to me to help her because she's very psychic, very intuitive, and she's being harassed by these dark entities for many years. After the daughter and I worked to clear things up a little bit, I asked to speak to the dad because I wanted to let him know what we discovered and that we may need to work together on a deeper level in the near future. He immediately, however, asked me about his family dog that recently passed away. Something inside of him knew something was amiss, and you can hear the moment when Chico first shows up. This was very emotional. The love that we have for our fur babies, our feathered friends, etc., is unconditional love. Oftentimes, our animals do reincarnate with us many times over. What was unnerving to me was the fact that the dad had mentioned that his wife was taking a video of something, and as they're watching the video play back, they can see this little dog's soul in the video. That's not the disconcerting part. They could see a dark entity holding their beloved Chico. And friends, if an animal loved one dies and you suspect they haven't crossed over, please request angels from the higher realms to help come in to cross them over. It's as simple as I am requesting a team of angels from the higher realms to come and take my beloved cat, dog, whatever, to the appropriate realm right now, the appropriate higher realm or to the heavens, whatever your word is for it. And when you ask those angels to come in, you're going to do a spiritual practice where you just simply visualize yourself pouring salt on those angels. If you can't see the angels or sense the angels, you're going to visualize yourself just intentioning the pouring of salt on them. It will work. Trust your intuition. If you're still unsure if you need a little bit of help, you can also email me at laura@thekarmicpath.com and I will send you some help. Human and animal souls that have died and not crossed over are not encumbered by a physical body. This means that they can travel at the speed of thought. They're not bound by time, space, and gravity like we are. So when we call for them, oftentimes they will come to us in response to that call. Don't let your ego get ahead of you on this, and don't let your emotions wrap around your beloved pet, your beloved animal. You're going to cross them over when you do this. And you're going to notice that the dad does get rather emotional, but just know that that emotion is pure love. Simple, pure, high frequency, high vibrational love. That's a big deal. And for me, I have to practice a certain level of detached compassion to do my job. I'm not allowed to get emotional in this line of work because it would make me less effective.
I did have something that I wanted to ask you about.
Mhm.
Our dog just passed away, our Chihuahua named Chico, for 15 years. He just died unexpectedly. Well, my wife made a film of. She thought she woke up and she could hear. We've been hearing things. We've been hearing. I can hear him breathing. I can hear him howl at night.
When did he
And,
die? Just recently?
yeah, this has been the last couple of weeks.
Okay, so we're gonna just you and I are gonna work right now real quick, okay?
Okay. Well, let me tell you what I've seen is when she showed me the video, I can see my dog Chica with his black figure holding him, and he looked rough. So
Okay.
I'll let you know.
We're gonna work on that now. What I want you to do is just kind of just if you can sit down and be relaxed, and we're gonna focus in on him for just a few moments.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so
I can barely see it. It's in the distance.
okay, that's okay. And it's a visualization practice. All right. Just let me know when you can see or sense that.
I can see it, but it's just a dark outline.
Okay, perfect. All right, and you can do it mentally or out loud, but I want you to call Chico and tell him to come in. They can travel at the speed of our thought, okay?
Hmm. Chico, I need you to come into. I'm sorry. This is
It's
really
okay.
hard.
This is this, I do this a lot. Animals are, I mean, they're family.
They are. I
All
see
right.
an outline.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a little guy. All right. Just gonna pour salt on him to make sure he's really him
Okay.
and he's still there.
This thing that flash a light.
Yeah, he's like, Dad, I'm okay. I'm okay now. I'm okay.
Yes, I can see him smiling.
Yeah, he's like, he's good. We're gonna bring in a pair of angels for him too. I request to bring in food because sometimes the dad are often cold and hungry. This etheric food, it's prana or energy, whatever you want to call it, helps to raise their frequency. It helps to heal their soul. I asked Chico a few yes and no questions to help build our connection with the dad. I also vetted and brought in angels to be with Chico. This is a common practice because the angels are here to help us, but they can't help us unless we ask. That is key. The angelic realms are here to serve humanity, but they can't do it unless we ask, and we need to be specific in our ask. Don't be shy, don't be bashful, don't think you're being greedy, don't think that your problem isn't big enough for angelic help. The dark side's programmed us to believe all kinds of things about angels, such as I'm not worthy of their help, or maybe that my problem is too insignificant. So just know, ask them for help. When it doesn't matter what the situation is, ask them for help. If it's a form of asking for help that it crosses the spiritual line and they can't do it, they won't do it. So just know that, ask for their help. And what's his favorite food?
That would be a sausage.
We're just gonna have him handed a big platter of sausage.
I see. I can see the two beings of light. The angels are. It's
Yeah,
around him.
they're there with him.
It's
And I
hard for
want
me
you
to
to
describe.
tune into him and ask him, is he feeling warmer?
Are you feeling warmer, Chico? He looks at me. His ears pop up.
Yeah. Was he trying to protect you?
He's always been protective of his whole family,
Yeah.
but I'm the only one that can hear him when he howls at night. But it's always been very faint, and it's always been real late at night. But I get up to go to use the bathroom, I'll hear a low howl. And I don't know where it's coming from. And it's got to be him.
Yeah. Ask him, is that him?
Is that you howling? He looks at me.
Yeah. I'm getting a yes also. And I'm telling him that his family's going to be safe, that he's done an amazing job protecting his family. And that's why we have these angels for him.
Hmm.
All right. Ask him, is there anything else he needs?
Is there anything else you need, buddy? He wants me. He wants to come closer, and he wants me to pet him.
You know what? I'm gonna have the angels bring him to you. And the angels are gonna be on each side of you, and you're gonna feel their hug. And I'm gonna ask them to put Chico like literally in your field. And I want you just to like just absorb that feeling.
I feel my shoulders are tense.
Yeah. We're just
He's
gonna
right in
have
me.
the angels just, they're literally gonna envelop you. And you can melt right into them.
I'm feeling warmer.
Yeah, good. That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
And
This is amazing.
Chico is right with you.
I could. I can smell them. I'm sorry. This is hard. This is
This
so
is
wonderful.
hard. You know what? This is hard, and you can be as emotional as you want. It doesn't matter. This is what I do. This is pure love, what you're feeling.
God.
100% pure love.
I can't thank you enough.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
so
even know what to
welcome.
say.
You're very, very welcome.
I'm usually pretty tough too, but this, I mean, he was my soft spot.
I get that. I get that. You're just gonna take it in, and then we'll cross them over together in a few moments, okay?
Mhm. I can feel the angels on each side of me.
It turns out that Chico didn't cross over because he could see these dark beings in the family home, in life and in death. He was trying to alert them of the dangers on a constant basis. And I'm finding out now, the dad is just as psychic as his daughter. We did something that was a little bit unprecedented in this. And the angels requested that they bring Chico into my client's field so they could connect, so they could say goodbye. And wow, did they connect. He could even smell Chico. And it told me what a close bond that this family has with this beloved dog. They still have it because love never dies. Love transcends dimensions. The angels are here to help us in our most trying times and in our daily life. But again, we have to remember to ask them for help. And he's showing me how he was barking at these dark beings.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. He's barking for no reason, but it is a reason. And in death, I can see him standing on top of you guys, barking and trying to keep these things away.
Huh, that's what he does.
Okay. Yeah.
He's always slept on top of my head, on top of the pillow. He's always been right there. He's always been right in the middle of all of us at all times.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's showing me these pictures.
He was the most amazing dog I've ever had. I've never had a dog this long before, so that's why it was so hard
He's
on
all
me.
puffy chested.
He's there. I always say that he has a lot of razzmatazz, is what I call it.
Yeah.
That's my word I made up for him. But we had our own little language.
Yeah, he knows that word, by the way. He's like perking up again. Oh,
This is amazing.
thank you. Yeah, I'm very blessed and grateful to be able to do this and to be able to do this for people and animals.
I was hoping that you'd be able to tell me what was going on with him, because I was worried about him. I'm gonna make sure he's okay.
Yeah, he was trying to protect you. And when we're done crossing him over, I'll tell you a little bit of a story
Okay.
that aligns with what you saw.
Okay.
All right. Is he ready to go home?
He's he's ready. He knows it's
Yeah.
time.
He's reluctant, but he knows. And I'm telling him and I'm telling you that when we cross him over,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to get the soul healing and soul restoration that he needs, and he can assist the family from a position of strength versus the position of a ghost.
I concur.
Okay.
So
All
he's
right.
been here then. He hasn't crossed over yet.
He hadn't. He was trying to protect you guys.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm requesting that these angels take Chico to the heavens right now. And just let me know when you feel that energy shift.
I feel it.
Yeah. That was a huge service. It was imperative that we help Chico to cross over. He didn't understand that he could be of more spiritual service or higher spiritual service from the higher realms and not lingering as a ghost. And if you remember in the beginning, he mentioned his wife took that video, and the video captured what appeared to be Chico's soul or ghost energy, and that a dark being was holding him. These dark ones were permanently removed, but had they have been allowed to stay and to remain harassing the family, this little dog soul would have been soul napped by these dark beings. That is a big deal. When we can stop that soul napping, we really are, it's literally saving souls and saving the planet. Years ago, when my dad died, he died about 15 years ago. Our house was so inhabited and so haunted by all these different beings, much like what your daughter's dealing with.
Mhm.
I didn't know what to do, right? As a mom, how do you protect your kids? It's hard enough to protect your kid from the creeper van who's selling ice cream right in the park.
Yeah.
How do you keep them safe in this dimension? And my dad died, and he died quickly from pancreatic cancer. It was like the sucker punch of a lifetime for me. And he started living as a ghost in our house. And I didn't know what that really meant. I mean, do ghosts come back here for vacations? I mean, what do I didn't know anything. I was a middle school teacher. And he would stand guard by my daughter all the time because they were after her, they were after me. And one day she comes screaming out of her room, "Mommy, mommy, the shadow men took Grandpa."
Wow.
He was gone for almost a month.
Jesus.
I mean, and when you saw them with Chico, that was what they were trying to do.
Huh.
Literally saved his soul from being soul napped by bringing that up. Okay. That was a big deal.
Okay, I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, this, as far as the things I forgot to tell you is like, I usually get up every night every time I always wake up at like 3 o'clock every night. What I hear, I'll hear a lady laughing in the background in the room next door to the bathroom. I've been hearing it's very faint. And I'll go in there thinking somebody's in there, but I kind of figured out that something, whatever it is, I think it may be female, but I don't know. I mean, but it sounds like a lady.
We removed a lot.
Okay.
I'm not convinced we've removed everything.
Sure.
And your daughter had said something to me that piqued my interest. These dark entities had their eyes on his daughter. She carries something unique within her that they want. And I had mentioned to the dad that I'd gotten as far as I could with his daughter, but I also didn't want to scare her, and I couldn't go too deep. I mentioned that I needed to work with him to ensure that everything was removed and that we closed all the doors, so to speak, so that nothing else could move in. And I want to really honestly thank him for allowing me to share the story of his beloved Chico. It's an important one to share with the world. Humanity and animals are intertwined. When we learn to care and respect for our friends in the animal kingdom, they help us to evolve, and we help them to evolve. How many of us out there have had an animal loved one that was extremely smart or wise? Or how many of us out there can literally read and sense our animals' feelings, emotions, wants, and needs? We're all interconnected, and the love we share with our animals never disappears. It never dies. For this reason, it's imperative that we ensure that our fur, feather, etc. babies do in fact cross over. If you're unsure, please email me and I will send you some help.